If you woke up a billionaire tomorrow, what's the most pointless thing you'd buy? A 1950s style movie theater with balconies and ushers in pillbox hats and shiny brass buttons. It'd be enormous, to fit as many as possible in comfort, with a massive screen and top of the line modern sound system. Tickets at the box office only, cheap prices for all but luxury balconies. High paid staff, classic concessions, at low prices. Movies shown would be chosen by me, daily, all my favorites. I'd record an introduction for each movie like Walt Disney, while sitting in a leatherback chair in front of a fireplace, wearing a velvet smoking jacket, and reading a book, with a corny, "Oh, hello there. I didn't hear you coming. Tonight's picture is special to me because, etc." We'd do theme days, like Star Wars, in order of episode, on May 4th every year, or Friday the 13th marathons on Friday the 13th. Movie genres would be a big range, PG-13 and R after 8, but as they would be my picks, there wouldn't be much drama, romance, or Oscar bait. Horror, sci-fi, action, adventure, and comedy though. Oh yeah. It would operate at a perpetual loss, but I'm a fucking billionaire, what do I care? I love this. Might as well drop a little more dough, and buy costumes for theme nights. A lottery ticket. That's when you win. A second Gamma Boy Advance, so I could trade Pokemon with myself. Damn, now that's rich. I thought about buying the most ridiculous PC setup ever, but then realized I wasn't thinking big enough. As a billionaire I could instead buy a company to engineer PCs that would be obsolete in less than a year on my behalf. The idea of a billionaire playing Minecraft on a gaming setup that costs tens of thousands of dollars is just awesome. One of those Roomba lawnmowers. If it's anything like the vacuum then I'm still putting in time watching it, making sure it doesn't get stuck somewhere or need cleaning. Go for broke and buy a landscaping company. A genuine medieval suit of armor for my guy to put on display. You can get a full set of functional armor for a few thousand. Check out the Armored Combat League. This is my friend's YouTube page with some videos of fights for those interested. A bull. An individual of high taste, I see. I'd commission someone to build me a superhero outfit, just so that when I have kids and a family, I can have them stumble onto it and pretend that I was a vigilante in my early years. Obviously that would include a mannequin inside a glass cabinet wearing it, with lights coming from the top when open the secret panel that it's hidden behind. Reddit Gold. Every game and DLC on Steam. Not a lot of Steam games, but every Steam game. And you'll still have days where you say I have nothing to play. A giant boulder, hear me out. Ever hear of levitated mass in Los Angeles? They brought in a 340-ton boulder as a permanent public art installation at LACMA. The project was estimated at $10 million. I'd like a similar boulder, brought in from a similar distance for my backyard. I want people to wonder why and how whenever they visit my home and see a large boulder sitting in my yard, serving no purpose but to make people wonder. They'd have to dismantle pieces of my home or demolish my neighbor's home to get such a boulder into my backyard. Perhaps I'd use it as a cornerstone of my house, which would otherwise be made of modern materials, visible from the inside as well as out. It's the most baller thing I could possibly do. Edit, spelling, formatting. I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder. Every single DLC for Train Simulator. Can't think of a worse way to blow a cool billion. I'd buy all the Sims 4 DLC for my girl. A politician. So much Lego. I'd finally buy the $800 UX Millennium Falcon. Then buy enough bricks to build the entire Death Star to scale with it. I'd buy the roundest ball in the world. Raw material cost 1 million euros and it's literally the most pointless thing in the world. This guy gets it. I'd buy a snake, habitat and everything. And not a cheap one either, an expensive ass snake, like a $2,000 snake. Then I'd pay someone to take care of it, but the point is I bought a snake. I always imagined, if I were rich I'd have all the interior walls of my mansion be like one giant snake habitat, then put like one single snake in it. A sack of hammers, then when anyone says something that pisses me off, I'll point at it and say you're not dumber than that, are you? No, points at my box of rocks. My favorite grill joint in the town I'm from. I'm concerned the old lady may not be able to keep it afloat if the corona crisis ruins the summer. I'd only ask to buy it so she could run it worry-free for as long as she wants. Plot twist, she doesn't want to run it and would close if she could sell it. One of those oxygen machines that you sit in and it gives you more oxygen. It's supposed to increase health. Hyperbaric chamber. New pair of socks every day. One of the best feelings in the world. You may get sick to the potentially thousands of chemicals used in the textile manufacturing and coloring process, the pesticides the cotton is sprayed with in the field, the fungicides to keep fungus from growing on them in transport, etc. There is a reason it is recommended to wash underwear before wearing it. As a fatus, it'd be a gym. For me, the best personal trainer money can buy. An island and turn it into a republic. Better still, buy a republic and turn it into an island. Or the Lego sets and a house to display them in. That's what I want to do. If I'm ever fuck you levels of rich, hire a dude to find me 2 of every Star Wars Lego set new in box unopened. One set would be assembled and displayed in a fancy museum level room. The other would remain in like a climate controlled warehouse for safekeeping. I, of course, would definitely play with them, and I'd buy a massive collection of random Lego parts to just build random shit with. Private island. Social distancing level, maximum. WinRAR. Finally, the prophecy foretold that this day may come. I would buy all tickets to a insert popular music artist concert. At the day of the concert I would appear too late to the concert and leave the place after 5 minutes. When the artist stops playing, after seeing me leaving, I would heavily complain. That's it. Found 50 cents Reddit account. One of those fancy Iberian hams, and if it's as good as I think it will be, I will also build my own Iberian Hamery. That's not pointless. Jam and Serrano is good stuff. The Power 9 and the beta printing from Magic the Gathering. I would also get myself a full play set of the original dual lands, but I would probably get them in unlimited or revised. Username checks out here. 10 metric tons of Lucky Charms marshmallows delivered to a friend. The stage kind of erotic affection that only escort girls can give me. Nice, but admittedly pointless. I'd pay someone to be my hype man. No matter where I went, there'd be someone hyping me and keeping the mood right. Like, I'm buying groceries and my hype guys are going get your sad asses out my man's way. We got parties to get to and fine women to kiss. Amazing. A condom. My face is enough protection. I don't care how ugly you are, $1 billion is gonna make you the sexiest man to a lot of 10/10ths gold diggers. A Volkswagen Tiguan, painted to look like a dinosaur, and wear the letters that normally spell out the name of the car model. It would Tiguanidon. Oh, and the horn is a Godzilla roar instead of normal. This is supposed to be pointless stuff, not stuff that is badass. YouTube Premium. I'd buy a large coffee, even though I would drink only a third of it. Sounds like it could be a line-in, if I had $1 million by BNL. If I woke up a billionaire, he'd probably be pissed off. For everyone who is pointing out that women can be billionaires too, please stop playing the sexist card. I'm female, so if I woke up next to anyone it would be a guy, since I'm straight. So to answer Op's question, a lawyer. The most pointless thing to buy is a lawyer if you piss off a grumpy billionaire. A fleet of cars. I want every edition of some car. Ladanova, that's the car you want and truly desire. All generations. A billboard advertising nothing. Headaches? Trouble sleeping? That's rough, buddy. I buy a hazmat suit and bribe a buddy to run into Walmart naked, dripping pink jello, as I chase him in the suit. You are supposed to buy something pointless. This is essential. When the Powerball jackpot was at $1 billion a while back, my friends and I were talking about this. My friend has a super old, super beat up BMW. Pretty stock. He likes the classic look. I'd take all my friends on vacation, and while we were all partying in Goa or some shit, I'd have his car stolen and restored, but in a way that he'd hate. Fix all the rust, but make it like candy flake paint, airbags, stupid wheels. Like, spend several weeks and hundreds of thousands of dollars on a dumb prank that ends with someone else having a car they don't especially like. This sounds like an episode of that MTV show Pimp My Ride. A place to keep all the pointless shit I've already acquired. A new plug for my bathtub. I've been in need of one for a hot minute. Sounds like it's the most useful thing you buy. Blind strippers. Yes, strip your blinds and install curtains instead. A huge garage and scores of classic cars, especially muscle cars from the 1960s and very early 70s. First you need to purchase an assassin to kill Jay Leno. Solid gold house and a rocket car. I would buy Illumination Entertainment, and I would make a good movies instead of that Minion shit. As someone who does like the Minions, from the first movie, mind you, and that they got tiresome, and did not need their own movie, I do agree to a degree. A sphere of pure gold. Make sure to buy multiple trained geese to go with it. Convince everyone your goose lays golden eggs and that's where your wealth comes from. Keep the others as backup. Every time one is stolen, just bring out the next one and pretend nothing happened. Continue the charade for as long as you possibly can. A pet rock. Brand new ass, old one's got a big crack. Crack that goes all the way to the back. Animal Crossing New Horizons and a Switch. Student me can't justify spending hundreds for one game. Inflatable sumo suit. It's been a dream of mine to dance to Shakira's Hips Don't Lie Sumo Edition on Just Dance wearing a sumo suit. It's not at all pointless, it's super fun. My friend spent her birthday money on one, and it was hilarious. I would build a house, then have a basement that is a massive Dungeons and Dragons themed room with a sick ass table and all the miniatures I'd ever need displayed in glass cases around the room. Oh my god. Ventilator. Currently very useful. I would buy a sphere as it has no point. That's a good point. The President. Buy Bernie Sanders too, and let them fight 1v1 shirtless. Nothing. Whether I awaken some random billionaire or not, I'm still broke. Simple. Buy a $999,999,800 worth of sand and get a $100 leaf blower, then wreak havoc, then maybe get 100 pointless pencils. A llama. 2 chicks at the same time. Fucking A, man. A card to apologize to the poor billionaire I woke up